Welcome back to Hydrohaven. If you're throwing away kitchen scraps and household items without a second thought, you're literally tossing garden gold into the trash. Today, I'm revealing 4 incredibly powerful compost ingredients hiding in plain sight around your home that most gardeners completely overlook. These aren't your typical vegetable peels or coffee grounds. These are nutrient powerhouses that can transform your compost from ordinary to extraordinary. Let's dive straight into these game-changing materials you're probably wasting every single day. Coffee filters and tea bags, the unsung heroes. Your morning coffee ritual produces more than just caffeine fuel. Those used coffee filters are composting treasures that most people never consider. Coffee filters are made from unbleached paper that breaks down beautifully in compost while adding carbon structure. More importantly, they're saturated with coffee residue that contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and trace minerals. Simply toss the entire used filter, grounds and all, directly into your compost bin. Tea bags present an even more exciting opportunity, but here's the key. Remove the staples and any plastic components first. The paper bags themselves decompose quickly and are often made from abaca or other natural fibers that add beneficial organic matter. The real magic happens with the used tea leaves inside. Different teas contribute different nutrients. Black tea adds tannins that help plants resist disease, green tea provides antioxidants that benefit soil microorganisms, and herbal teas like chamomile actually have antifungal properties that create healthier compost. For maximum benefit, tear open the tea bags and scatter the leaves throughout your compost pile rather than leaving them concentrated in one spot. This ensures even distribution of nutrients and prevents the formation of dense, slow-decomposing clumps. I've found that compost containing regular additions of tea leaves produces significantly healthier plants with improved disease resistance. Paper towels and dryer lint. Paper towels and napkins' hidden carbon sources. Before you cringe at the thought of composting paper towels, let me clarify. We're talking about those used for food prep, not cleaning chemicals. Paper towels used to dry freshly washed vegetables, wipe down cutting boards, or clean up food spills are perfect compost additions. They provide essential carbon to balance nitrogen-rich kitchen scraps while absorbing excess moisture that can make compost bins smelly or anaerobic. The key is ensuring these paper products haven't contacted harsh chemicals, oils, or meat products. Paper towels used to absorb bacon grease or clean bathroom surfaces have no place in compost. However, those napkins from your dinner table, paper towels that dried lettuce, or tissues used for food spills are excellent brown materials that help create the proper carbon-to-nitrogen ratio essential for successful composting. Shred these paper materials before adding them to your compost to increase surface area and speed decomposition. A handful of torn paper towels mixed with each addition of kitchen scraps helps maintain optimal moisture levels and prevents the slimy anaerobic conditions that create unpleasant odors. Many gardeners struggle with wet, smelly compost because they lack sufficient carbon materials. Your daily paper waste solves this problem perfectly. Dryer lint from natural fibers, the surprise addition. Here's where most people think I've lost my mind, but hear me out. Dryer lint from 100% natural fiber clothing, cotton, linen, wool, or hemp, is an incredibly fine carbon source that breaks down rapidly in compost. The key word is natural fibers only. Synthetic materials like polyester, nylon, or blends containing these materials should never go in compost as they won't decompose and can introduce microplastics into your soil. Dryer lint from natural fibers and hair clippings can both be valuable additions to your compost pile. Hair clippings, whether from humans or pets, are rich in nitrogen and break down slowly, providing a steady release of nutrients. Just be sure to mix them thoroughly with other compost materials to avoid clumping and matting. By incorporating these everyday items, you can enhance your compost with minimal effort and reduce waste in the process. To determine if your lint is compost-worthy, examine the clothes you've been washing. If the load contained primarily cotton t-shirts, jeans, towels, and other natural fiber items, the resulting lint is perfect for composting. Wool lint is particularly valuable because it contains lanolin and other compounds that benefit soil health. The fine texture of lint helps create air pockets in compost while providing carbon that balances nitrogen-rich materials. Collect lint in a small container beside your dryer and add small handfuls to your compost weekly. Don't dump large amounts at once, as this can create impermeable layers that restrict airflow. Mixed throughout your compost pile, natural fiber lint helps create the perfect texture for beneficial microorganisms to thrive while preventing compaction that slows decomposition. Hair clippings, nature's slow-release fertilizer. Whether it's from your hairbrush, pet grooming, or recent haircuts, hair is one of the most overlooked high-nitrogen compost ingredients available. Human and pet hair contains approximately 16% nitrogen, making it comparable to blood meal or other expensive organic fertilizers. Hair also contains trace amounts of sulfur, iron, and other minerals that plants need for healthy growth. Hair decomposes slowly, providing long-term nitrogen release rather than the quick burst and subsequent depletion common with many nitrogen sources. This slow-release characteristic makes hair particularly valuable for fruit trees and perennial plants that benefit from steady nutrition over extended periods. Dog and cat hair work just as well as human hair, though avoid hair from animals treated with flea medications or other chemical treatments. The trick to successful hair composting is distribution and preparation. Large clumps of hair can mat together and resist decomposition, so spread hair throughout your compost in thin layers rather than dumping it all in one spot. Mixing hair with dry materials like shredded paper or leaves prevents matting and ensures even decomposition. Some gardeners prefer to create hair and leaf sandwiches in their compost bins, alternating thin layers of each material for optimal results. The trick to successful hair composting is distribution and preparation. Large clumps of hair can mat together and resist decomposition, so spread hair throughout your compost in thin layers rather than dumping it all in one spot. Mixing hair with dry materials like shredded paper or leaves prevents matting and ensures even decomposition. Some gardeners prefer to create hair and leaf sandwiches in their compost bins, alternating thin layers of each material for optimal results. For even faster results, chop longer hair into smaller pieces before composting. This increases surface area and speeds the breakdown process. Pet grooming sessions provide regular supplies of this valuable nitrogen source. Just make sure the animals haven't been recently treated with topical medications that could harm beneficial compost microorganisms. To get the most benefit from these overlooked ingredients, integrate them systematically into your composting routine rather than adding them sporadically. Create designated collection containers in your kitchen for coffee filters and tea bags, beside your dryer for natural fiber lint, in your bathroom for hair from brushes, and wherever you typically use paper towels for food-related cleanup. The magic happens when you combine these materials thoughtfully. Coffee filters and paper towels provide carbon structure, hair delivers slow-release nitrogen, and tea bags contribute specialized nutrients and beneficial compounds. This combination creates compost that's not just rich in basic nutrients, but also contains the trace elements and beneficial compounds that produce exceptional plant health. Remember that successful composting requires balance. These 4 ingredients work best when combined with traditional compost materials like vegetable scraps, yard waste, and other organic matter. They're supplements to your composting program, not replacements for diverse organic inputs that create the richest, most beneficial finished compost. If you've been missing out on these powerful compost ingredients hiding in your daily routine, it's time to start collecting them systematically. Your plants will thank you with improved growth, better disease resistance, and more abundant harvests. Subscribe to Hydrohaven for more insider tips on maximizing your garden's potential, using resources you already have, and share this video with fellow gardeners who could benefit from turning their waste into garden wealth. What other household items do you think might have composting potential? Drop your ideas in the comments below. I'd love to explore them in future videos.